Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I will be reading a multi-character listener by me, so let's get into it. Muichirou. You've always thought about him as your partner, now and forever, but you had not really meant the next step, not because you didn't want it, but your mind has not went there yet, and that's why when he sits you down one day, the two of you start to cuddle and talk about everything and nothing. You realize the words he's asking and the way he's talking, it's different from usual until he comes up to you and asks you how you'd like to marry him one day if you want that sort of life. And you pause, like your whole body and mind were frozen right now. But after the momentary loss of the functions that you had lost right now, you were able to gain them again, looking at him with a raised eyebrow. Really now, you... Oh, Muichirou, you're not joking to me, are you? He looked at you, pouting. Why would I even joke about this? I'm here to ask you, Ayan. Really ask you. Would you really like that? The idea of marriage. The idea of us. The two of us being forever together. I want that. I would love for that to happen. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And I want to know if you would want the same. Would you, Ayan? You look at him. You're completely caught off guard by the question. But now, when you see the way that he's so convinced of the truth of what he's saying as he looks into your eyes, you can't help but feel your heart melt. You wrap your arms around him, kissing him sweetly. Of course, Muichirou. I would love nothing more than to be by your side. I'd want that. I'd want to be your wife, to call you my own, and to be yours in return. He chuckled softly, but even though he usually tries to play it confident, you can tell he's not really that. And he's just so relieved that you're going with him, that you were able to decide this with him. Alright then, Ryan. Well, you can consider me your husband if you'd like that. Hey, you're not getting away with marrying me without marriage, and a party, and a huge big ring. You say, laughing softly as he just shakes his head. You tiptoe around him, pressing a soft kiss to his cheek. It's funny that's what you want. I was kidding. I don't really approve. Or care anyway. You chuckle softly, and it seems like the two of you care for each other, because that's the truth. So don't let go of that, and try to make your dream true. Tengen. Tengen has been planning for this. Marriage is really important to him, and he takes this seriously. So that's why it immediately comes to his mind, and he wants to approach you about it. As soon as he feels that attraction between the two of you, the way that you've connected, and the way he cannot handle you leaving. That's why he knows it's necessary to tell you about this. And during the middle of the day, he goes up to you and holds your hands gently as he squeezes them. Moyan, darling, could we please talk? Of course, Tengen. What is it? You know I love you, right? He whispered, his hands going to caress your cheeks, and your lower lip immediately began to wobble. Tengen, are you, are you breaking up with me? You say, already tearing up, and he stares at you in utter bewilderment. Here he was going to talk about marriage, and you think he's breaking up with you. How you hurt his feelings. He chuckled, shaking his head. No, I gave up on that. My heart is now stuck with you, whether I like it or not. I'm here to ask you something else, Ryan. It's not, it's not really a formal proposal of sorts, but I want you to consider it, so I can propose later. And your heart began to beat faster and faster. His words, those words, were you really going to hear those words you've been dreaming of? You were. You were. Because then the next thing he says, I would love to spend the rest of my life by your side, to wake up to you, and to sleep by you, to be with you whenever I can. Would you want to be my wife, Ryan? You don't have to answer, not really, but of course I would like that. You say through tears, hugging him tightly as you cry into his shirt, and he's quite startled by that intense response. But after a couple seconds pass, he lets out a warm chuckle, and you can feel it through his chest as your head is lying against it. You only hug him tighter, looking up at him with a big wide smile. Thank you. I would love to be a wife for you, to be the most perfect wife I could be. He shakes his head, laughing softly at you, and then he leans in to kiss your cheek as well. I don't think you understand how perfect you are to me, Ryan, but I would want to be your husband. I want you to be my wife, to just enjoy existing by my side and do nothing else. Everything else I'm ready to do, so don't worry your head about it. He just loved you. He loved your presence, your existence, your voice and your smile and your face. And he would do everything to be able to do that every single day. And he's more than glad that you're just as eager as him.